Margaret Concorda. Taoiseach, I think we can all agree we have a terrible vista at the moment in the hospital space and in the nursing home situation with cross-infection now in all of our hospitals and in a large amount of our nursing homes as well. You're well aware I brought antigen testing to NEFIT last April, and I'm an advocate for them. And despite NEFIT's resistance to them, they are being used informally in the hospital space. And I know of one respiratory consultant here in Dublin who is using them to look after his own staff and his bed allocations. And he has done over 50 antigen tests, and they completely mimic the results of PCR. Now, at present in the nursing home establishments, there's PCR testing 1 day a week for staff, and that is due to extend now to 1 day per fortnight. This is totally inadequate, Taoiseach, and I would ask you that government look at bringing in antigen testing, rapid screen testing bi-weekly into our nursing homes and certainly into our hospitals as well for our hospital staff to try and reduce the infection load.
Taoiseach.
What I would make is I think that the HSE deserves considerable credit, I think, for ramping up a very significant testing capacity in the country and tracing capacity up to 150,000 test capacity now. I can recall people were not so long ago, articulating loudly for 100,000 tests per week. My understanding stand to be corrected, about 137,000 were conducted last week. But yes, you're correct in saying there's been a resistance to, on behalf of, from the clinical and public health perspective, to antigen testing. It's fair to say they would see PCR testing as the gold standard. Now they are applying it and using it now, and NEFIT have advised that it could be used and can be used in outbreak settings, in hospitals, or indeed in nursing home settings.
Thank you, Taoiseach.
But there's been a reluctance to override the clinical advice and the public health advice in respect of antigen testing to date. The view is that the optimal usage of it now is in the context of outbreaks.
Thank you, Taoiseach.